All right, all right. Hey guys, welcome back. All right, so let's get into this. This is going to be a today's topic video for the 24th. So, Merry Christmas Eve. If you are watching this on the 24th, I always release these a little bit in advance of when the day is intended for. So, we've got the High Priestess. Okay, this could be a really powerful message of deep intuition. There's something that has been hidden that is felt, and it's being felt more clearly, more heavily on the 24th. First off, what is it that is being felt? The Seven of Wands. There's a resolution out there. Hey, RS. There's a resolution that exists out there. Um, Seven is a divine number. It's how we overcome a struggle. And we can see that we've got these trees, but it actually, if you look closely, it almost makes it look like it's a skeleton face. So it's kind of like, which do you see? The skeleton, or do you see kind of a not very dense forest? There's plenty of light. This isn't a big, scary forest. Or is it a big, scary forest where you could get lost? It all depends. Now, because we see both of those in that imagery, I would say this is saying that a character recognizes I can get through an obstacle if I alter the way I see this. Why am I scared? Why is this an obstacle? Why is it the scary skeleton head? Like, let's say the question is, if I go talk to somebody, and I say that because we've got a page coming up next. If I go talk to somebody, what if they tell me no? That's my big scary skeleton head. On the other hand, if I go talk to somebody, what if they want to talk to me in return and we start conversing? Now all of a sudden it's just a nice stroll through a beautiful forest, and it's not a dense, dark, scary forest where I'm lost. I can see right through, to the other side, and it's just a stroll through a park instead of getting lost somewhere in the woods. If I don't do anything at all, I won't ever know which of these things could be true. So I feel like a character is becoming really aware. What's being heightened is they need to get out of this obstacle, this thing that keeps them stuck, which is the fear of what if the worst case scenario happens. And I think the only way for them to get beyond that fear, what they realize is they have to go ahead and do the thing that they're scared to do. He sits here with this little rolled up letter, and he's sitting here and he's not swinging his legs. So there's all this potential energy, but unless he starts pumping those little legs and gets a swing moving, there's nothing going to happen. So it's really about, do I send this letter? What if I do and I don't get a response? Or what if I do send it and I get a terrible response? Yeah, but what if you don't? What if you send the letter and you get an amazing response? The bottom line is he won't know unless he does it, or she. EM, thank you for being here also, honey. You're so awesome. Hey, Sabrina. I wasn't going to do it live at first, and I was like, why don't I? We've got the Ace of Wands upright. Okay. In particular, if the energy that's being brought to the surface right now is, intuitively speaking, I know that this blockage I've got to make a decision about it. It's time to do this because it's blocking me. I'm not able to stop thinking about it. I'm obsessing over it. Let me go ahead and face it. What am I really worried about? What's my resolution? How do I get through this? I got to do the thing. That's what I got to do. I got to send the message. Because why? Because I want this. That's the truth. I wouldn't do it unless I wanted it. So in that case, if we want something, why don't we go all in? If we're going to send the message anyway and we're worried we could fail, let's do an epic fail if it's going to fail. Let's fail hard if it's going to fail. So let's not hold anything back. Let's send the message that doesn't pussyfoot around what we're trying to really say. Let's go ahead and say everything we need to say and say it like we mean it, because sink or swim, you know, you may as well give it your best shot. It could, of course, you might not get the answer that you want, but speak from the heart anyway. And I think that this character is kind of about to throw caution to the wind and just say, I need to just do this. This feels like somebody wants to reach out maybe on Christmas Eve. You know, it's a time to like connect. It's a time to maybe try to heal rifts. It's a time, and it's kind of very symbolic also, right? We have the strength card. Yeah, this character needs some serious courage. But we've got a Queen of Pentacles. We got the Knight of Wands. I'm thinking that this is somebody who wants to send a message to the Queen of Pentacles. Only because we've had the Page of Wands, we have the Knight of Wands. We see this incremental like uptick. Like he's starting to be honest with himself. What is it? Okay, if I send this letter, what is it that I really want to say? I want to say with confidence that this is you I'm talking to. This is you I want to convince to give to me again because I want you, Queen of Pentacles. I mean, he may want to say a lot of different things to her, but he wants the courage to talk to her. And it's about passion. Is this somebody who's got the hots for a Queen of Pentacles for an earth sign? We got the Three of Cups in the reverse, and we got the Knight of Cups upright. In this story, what he has to say is that he would like to come toward her. Knights are action takers, and we've got two of them. They're travelers, and this is something to do with, I don't know if he wants to say I've left a third party and now I want to come toward you. I mean, that may be what this message is. If that's what he needs to say is, you know, I don't know how complicated the situation was in the past, but if what he needs to say is, I'm passionate about my Queen of Pentacles, that's what I need to tell you, Queen of Pentacles, is that I want you. So there isn't anybody else. If I were in a third party, if there was some other situation, it's closed, it's over because I want you. I mean, that's a pretty direct way to say there is no doubt about this. This is what I want. This is where I want to go. This is why I want to come there. You know, if you can hit those, you know, what, when, where, why, how, that's pretty succinct. And he may as well put it all out there, right? If he's going to write a letter at all, ask for everything he wants, say everything that he needs to say. I can see why he's worried, but I can also see why he's saying this, you know, deep down, this need to do this is here. And I know what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that I won't hear back or that I'll hear something unpleasant back. I can see he's worried. Tell me again about the High Priestess, though. Ooh, so Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. He also intuitively knows he's worried he doesn't have enough to offer. And when he already feels like he doesn't have enough to offer, is that going to lead to an even bigger heartbreak? Tell me about the Seven of Wands again. The Fool and the Seven of Pentacles. The thing is, if he doesn't just go for it, if he doesn't just do it, like part of him finding the confidence, he might be relieved once he just goes ahead and sends the letter anyway, because it'll be like, that is a confidence builder. Come hell or high water, whatever the response is, at least I said what was true. I've been thinking about this for so long. Let me just go ahead and get this off my chest. I really feel like he can't hold these words in anymore because it's painful to hold them in. You know, to not say how he really feels is actually painful. Tell me about the letter with that Page of Wands. Eight of Coins. God, he's worked on this a lot. He's worked on this kind of writing out what he needed to say. He's probably written it about 100 times and deleted it and paused and not sent it. It is weird because it's like he freaked out or something and thought, oh God, she probably already knows what I'm going to say. Yikes, I can't say what I want to say. That would reveal too much. And then it's like, but wait a second, isn't that the point? I mean, why are you sending a letter if you're like, okay, I want to say words, but not too many. I don't really want to explain what I want. I want to leave it murky. Why? So I can back up and be like, oh yeah, that's not what I meant. No, own it. And I think that's what he's come to the conclusion of. I can't leave it murky. In fact, that's ridiculous. I'm working on trying to say things so delicately when I need to say what is true, not what's delicate, not try to sugarcoat stuff. It's interesting. He was working so hard to keep it like obtuse, and it needs to be transparent. And I think that's what he's realizing. I mean, what if you receive a message and you don't know what the hell it means? How does that help anything? Good for him for sorting through all this. So, talk to me about the wands. We got the Judgment. Wow. We got the Hierophant. So here's his end goal, right? If he really asks himself, what is it that he wants? I want to marry her. I want to get back with her. I want to reconcile, and I want marriage. That's my end goal. That's what I actually want. Good. Then treat it like it's that serious. How do you treat somebody that you want to marry? You treat them like they're fucking meaningful in your life, right? You treat them like they matter. You talk to them in a way you don't talk to other people. You share with them. You open up to them. You let them know that in all the world, they're the person who stands out to you. They're the ones that you cherish. So treat her like that if that's how you feel about her. Good for you, character, for coming around to this. Queen of Pentacles. To clarify the Queen of Pentacles, we do have the Page of Coins. It's funny because I almost feel like this is a representation of her mind. Like they may know that if they say any one thing, her brain will jump 17 rungs up from there. She can extrapolate data like as fast as, a high functioning computer. They may know that about her. Her mind can hear one thing and instantly bypass into the next, like most important question. And it almost feels like knowing that about her, it's the other reason they realize if I start a slow conversation, I'm just shooting myself in the foot with her because she'll already either assume or she'll ask a question that is 9 layers deeper than the one sentence that I said. So I may as well lay it all on her. You know what? I would say that's good advice when dealing with a Queen of Pentacles. How about the Strength card? The Strength card, this is the power that they need to conjure up in themselves. And it's so crazy because we go right back to that High Priestess and couple it with that Six of Wands. They know deep down that they will actually feel better about themselves by just going ahead and saying it all and not pussyfooting around and not refraining any longer from saying the words that are like etched on their heart. If they're going to be empowered enough to say that they love somebody, you may as well say it in all of its entirety. And like, really, it might make them feel really, really good too. Like, shouting it from the rooftops, Tom Cruise jumping on the couch at Oprah's house style, like that. It might actually make them feel like, oh my God, not only does it feel amazing to say it, but I'm really brave for saying exactly what I think because this is the real me. This is really what I feel like. And I didn't hold anything back. There is a lot to be said for authenticity and a lot to be said for, when we don't decide I should be nervous, I should be ashamed, I should be scared of this or that, and we just spit out what we really, really, really think. And it's like, I don't care if I look stupid. Really, most of the fear comes from what we imagine in our own head. Oh, I'm going to look dumb if I pledge my love to somebody. It will be so embarrassing if they don't love me back. Why? Who cares? There's lots of people we'll love that won't love us back. That's going to happen to everybody at some point. Who cares? But on the other hand, a lot of people will love us. I don't know. There's just like, I think our character is starting to get the vibe that it would be more fun and more meaningful to just be gregarious and really say what the words are. It's very freeing, I think, or will be freeing for this character to be able to finally say words that have been previously just locked in their mind. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands and the Emperor. Okay, so big lust all over here now. And it's not just big lust. It's like, I talk about them wanting to like yell from the mountaintops. This is somebody who I believe what they're trying to say is how do I find the right words for this? It would make them feel like $1,000,000 to finally just be able to like be in a lover's connection, to race into their lover's arms and vice versa. If the answer that they got from her was, yeah, I want you to, I feel like this person like might literally levitate or something. You know, they are going to feel like the man, the woman, the man. You want me to. And they won't know unless they go ahead and make that move on her. You know, tell her how they actually feel. But it's so crazy because their greatest hope is that she wants them to. And not just, you know, we're talking lust here for sure, but more than that, right? Because we just made it super serious with the emperor. You know, I want somebody who wants me forever the same way I want them. So now we get to those last two cards that are kind of the ones that I'm like, what do we got here? This is the other part of what they need to write in that letter or have written or are deciding to write. 3 of Cups in the reverse, Ace of Cups in the reverse. So it's not about third party stuff exactly. It might be no one else but you will do, but it's also like they don't want to give their heart to anybody else. There isn't anybody else on earth that they want. There isn't anyone but her. I don't know if they went out and dated other people, but that's not what this is about. Like, hey, I tried a whole bunch of other people and none of them were great kissers. You know, it's not that sentence. It's the nobody, I don't want anybody else. So it's pretty much like it's you all the way. It's you. They're not trying to hide how much they feel or how different, what a different impact she's made on them. That there isn't anyone else I think that they feel like they're at home with. We've got the Magician to clarify this um, Knight of Cups. And I don't know if they're going to say that they were hoping for the longest time that she'd reach out to them, but ultimately they realized they need to manifest their way back into her life. I mean, this feels like somebody who's kind of saying, if I can win you back, I mean, I wanted you to want me back, but maybe I got to try to convince you that you could want me again. I mean, I feel like this character is coming in very determined and very humble. Like he wants this relationship. He wants this woman, man, doesn't matter. Could be same-sex couple, but this is him saying it all or realizing that that's what it would take. So I guess the only question left is, does he do it, right? Does he do it? Yeah, let's go with an independent deck. Cats are good, independent little creatures. So does he do it? Oh, he does it. King of Wands follows his heart. 8 of Cups is he does a U-turn and he goes straight for what he wants. Why stay away from the very thing that he wants most? No King of Wands is going to do that. They're going to go ahead and, you know, gravitate and let their heart lead the way. I feel like this is somebody finally connecting to what their inner voice has always been. They've known who they wanted. They've known where they want to be. They know who they want to be with. And you notice if we go back, we had a perfect progression, right? We had the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands. That is a perfect progression of a thought to an action to like owning this. And we could add in the Emperor energy too, that lion that was roaring, which is still Aries energy. So again, strong fire all the way through this. More than anything, I think it's that a character needed to advocate for what they really wanted instead of letting fear or embarrassment get in the way. They need to return. They needed to make a U-turn and go back to who and what they want. And I just feel like that's it. That's what this character is doing. They've had enough of, you know, they know what the road looks like when they don't go after what they want because she's not there. So if they want her, there's only one way they're going to get her, and that is to try to go get her. So I see them making a U-turn and doing this reach out. When are you doing this, King of Wands? Don't even tell me you're going to sit and wait. We have Seven of Wands in the reverse. He's not going to wait. This is the message for the 24th. There's no more waiting. The Seven of Wands in the reverse says, why would I let there be obstacles when I already know my heart? When I already know what words I need to say, when I know who I need to say them to, what more could I need to figure out? There's no blockage other than my lips need to say the words, or my hand needs to, write the letter or type out the words, whatever it is, and hit send. So he's ready to, it's go time in this one. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave this one here. Everybody have a great evening. Oh, so good to see you guys. Aries, you sweetheart. Thank you so much. Hey, Sabrina. Hey, Victoria Edwards. Thank you for popping by, honey. EM, thank you, love. Faye's Mystic Faith, great to catch you. Oh, I'm so honored, honey. And good morning to you wherever you are. I love it, Violet. Nice. I hope you're already asleep and sleeping well. Hey, Dawn. Awaken your ambition now. Great to catch you, love. All right, you guys, have a great evening. I really am signing out now. I promise, EM. And I will see you guys again in, a number of hours to go live on the 23rd, which is Monday. Technically, it's already Monday where I'm at. It's just the wee hours of the morning. So I'm going to go get some sleep, and then I will see you guys 4 times on Monday, the 23rd of December, because I will be doing some card pulls for my subscribers on both channels, as well as for my members on both channels. So it'll be 4 separate sessions, probably, around about an hour each time. So I will see you guys there. I cannot wait. I will come back refreshed, and we will have some fun for a little Christmas celebration. All right, you guys. Night, night. Dwayne Anderson, so glad you made it. Oh, Danny, thank you, honey. Merry Christmas to you also, sweetie. Sweet dreams to you also, RS. Bye, guys. Bye, Sabrina. Sweet dreams.